The Narcissists Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the more common forms of a narcissist manipulation. Yet when we are unaware of what this is, it's difficult to see it happening to us while it is happening to us. However, with more awareness, once we know, we can see it a mile away. Gaslighting is psychological manipulation to distort someone's reality, to make someone doubt themselves and reality so much they feel like they are going crazy. Often with the very person who's sending them that way, the narcissist, saying things like, "You're crazy." So we doubt ourselves and doubt reality all the more. The common gaslighting phrases are, "You're crazy. That didn't happen. You need a mental evaluation. You need help. It was only a joke. You're too sensitive. Not my problem. Deal with it. You're overreacting. I told you last week. How can you not remember? You're losing your mind. You must be imagining things again." And there's plenty more that they say, or they say them in a different kind of way around. For example, "It was only a joke" could be, "I was only messing." A narcissist mindset consists of, "That didn't happen, I never said that, it is not my fault, and you made me do it," which is why they seem so able to gaslight others with ease. Often they are lacking in the cognitive reflection skills, so once they've made their mind up about anything, to them that reality becomes their truth, and all others must believe their reality. Why most, if given enough rope, will tangle themselves up in their web of lies. And we often end up with the word salad being thrown our way, which, when we don't see what's happening, leaves us extremely emotional and extremely confused, especially if you just ask them a simple question. Although I wouldn't recommend questioning one, it is on a spectrum and some can be extremely dangerous, so no contact would be the best way to go. I do believe some know exactly what they are doing, others it's just instinctive pattern of past behaviour. Either way, they're toxic, they've been that way a long time, it is who they are. If you cannot do no contact due to shared child custody or cutting good family members off, most narcissists will still try to control and gaslight you. So the next best approach is to know their manipulation games and know your own mind so they can no longer impact your life or your emotions. Narcissists are thieves. They want to steal everything from you, including taking your own mental and often physical health. They want to keep you under their toxic spell, keep you locked in a trance and a state of confusion, and often isolated from those who could support you. So you can only go to them for a reality check, and so you have no one to rely on or to turn to other than the narcissist who is sinking you. They want to take your confidence away from you and steal your voice. With gaslighting, as you become to doubt yourself and doubt events and reality all the more, so you become too afraid to speak up for yourself, continually questioning yourself, overthinking anything and everything. A narcissist will throw you off the boat, to throw you the buoy, to pull you back up, to then claim they saved your life, even though they're the ones that pushed you under in the first place. They achieve that self-doubt within your mind in various forms of manipulation. They will criticise you, use your insecurities and weaknesses against you. They will invalidate you with things that you're good at or not so good at, saying something happened when it didn't or something did when it did not. We are human, we all make mistakes. They will pick up on any and every little mistake or fault and they will dig and chip away at it. They will deny facts, they will blame you, they will try to place that shame on you, they will guilt trip you, they will put fear into you so you fawn and conform to their ways. Anything they can do to sink you further under their spell, they will. They are like a virus that affects everything about who you were and who you are. They don't have to affect who you become now. Narcissists have to remain above all others and in control. Even if you know exactly what happened, if it criticizes them, goes against them, or they feel losing control, they will deny some more. They will switch the topic. They will blame shift onto you to escape accountability, leaving you with more self-doubt and more unanswered questions. No one throws a bigger tantrum than a narcissist losing control of someone else's mind. With a lot of what the narcissist says, it often comes down to your word against their word. So if you can keep communication with them via a third party being present, or email or messages so you have written evidence, if not, especially if you're at the start of learning about their manipulation games, or might need evidence for in the future, keep a written diary. So when they are making you doubt something that they did or did not say, or something you did or did not say, you can check this, especially when it comes to making any childcare arrangements. When they're putting you down about something, look at things that you've achieved in the past. And I know it sounds awful, but look at mistakes that other people make, just so that you know it's okay to make a mistake. Your mindset is key. They are not in charge of you. They are not in charge of how you feel. And I know when you're living it, it feels like they are in charge of your emotions as they pull and poke at every single weakness and insecurity until you react, until your emotions explode because you can't handle it anymore. And then they twist it onto you. So you need to rein that back in slowly over time so that they can no longer have that control or effect over you. Your mind controls your emotions and you control your mind. Take back control of your mind every step of every day until you are you, your life, or whoever you want to be for you. Keep asking yourself, who am I? So if they're trying to confuse you and you know exactly what happened, look inward to yourself and give yourself the answer. Do not respond or react to them. They will not suddenly go, oh, sorry, yeah, you're correct. They just do not do that unless there's something for them to gain by doing so. They will just keep going for an argument or change the situation or the discussion into something you've done or how crazy you are. You have to become emotionally unpredictable to the narcissist because they know exactly how to pull on your emotions. You have to learn to look at yourself and leave them be in their own false reality. You do not have to defend yourself or rationalise to the narcissist. This is only giving them more reactions and more attention. And it also gives them more ammunition to use against you, keeping their control over you and your mind. They just want you and they want that attention from you. They want those responses from you. And the only person you need to answer to ever is yourself. When you do have to communicate with them, do your best to stay relaxed. Do not show them any emotions. Look just above their right ear. If they are reasonable, be reasonable back. If they're being negative or hurtful, do not engage. Just like two wrongs don't make a right, two people locked in negativity don't bring either happiness. They cannot find their happiness, you can. You can scream and cry and let those emotions out once they have left. This is why it's best to stick to limited contact, messages and emails, especially at the start. Some are dangerous, so it would need to be no contact. George Bernard Shaw. I've heard this quote on another narcissist channel several years ago, so if you know who did it, please add it into the comments. Never wrestle with pigs. You both get dirty and the pigs like it. If you say it was like this, and they will say you're wrong. If you have to respond things like, that's okay, I know you and I think differently, your opinion is for you and mine is for me, and then leave it at that. When they have a dig at you, trying to put you down, they say things like, that's your opinion of me, however, it's not mine. Don't go insulting them because they will just insult you all the more, and they often win. When they are twisting things around about your feelings, that's when you need to say to them, I'm sorry, you feel that way. When they're trying to project that you've made them feel a certain way, when actually it was the other way around, that's how confusing it is. Yes, I know narcissistic people do use the I'm sorry you feel that way, and I'm all for treat people how you want to be treated. However, with a narcissist, sometimes you just have to manipulate how they manipulate. They don't understand our communication. We can learn to understand theirs and communicate through words to them that they understand, how they do it to us. So when they're trying to make you feel guilty, turn it back around just like they do. It's only what they do. It's not to be mean or nasty, and say to them, I'm sorry you feel that way. Always remain calm and always remain firm with your own beliefs and your own boundaries. No response is always best. Yet sometimes it's not that simple. You need firm boundaries of what you will and will not accept from them. Your no needs to mean no. Any form of communication with a narcissist to them is a game. There is no middle ground, there is no compromise. It's their way or you will be punished way. They want to win and must win at all costs, and you must lose. Where we look for compromise, they look to take control. Leave them with their own mindset, as you cannot control it, you did not cause it, and you cannot change it. Let them be who they want to be. Don't argue with them. They will just drag you under. Any given situation, when they believe they can get one over on you, they will pounce and do it. So you have to stick with non-emotional, to the point, business-like responses. You have to relearn your own values and belief system, build up your self-esteem, and no longer let the narcissist affect you. They will also use triangulation to gaslight you. Even they think you're crazy. Everyone thinks you're unreasonable. Responses like, well, that's what they want to think. Let them. I know differently. And I know, yes, it sounds narcissistic, but you're not a narcissist. You are just defending yourself to their ways. Or you could go with things like, that's because I am unreasonable. They don't like it when you don't defend yourself to them, when you just agree with them and they're actually trying. Don't get me wrong, they like you to agree with them, but when they're trying to provoke a reaction from you and you're agreeing with them, it sends them into a state of confusion that they don't like. Again, you must stick to your own thoughts and your own beliefs. Whoever they're saying has spoken about you in that way probably hasn't. The narcissist is often trying to trick you. If that person has, they are most likely under the narcissist spell, just like we once were, and most likely one of the narcissist's unwitting flying monkeys. They will have been fed countless lies about you and are just another one of the narcissist's enablers now. Leave them to it to work out their own way out of the situation, because if someone had come and told you when you first got into that situation, you most likely wouldn't have believed them. Most narcissists often have a lack of awareness about themselves, about others' feelings, and about reality. They cannot accept others' opinions or points of view if it doesn't match their own. They have to remain in control. Most are extremely good at lying and blame shifting. So you have to learn not to react, as it only gives them more to use against you, often leaving you more frustrated, more confused, more lost. The less you communicate with these people, the happier you will become. To become free, you need to understand the narcissist just wants your attention, your emotional reactions, your belongings, and wants to keep control over your life and keep your mind all over the place with them constantly in your thoughts. You do not and cannot control what they think or what they do. You cannot change them into a happier, better person. You can, however, learn to leave them be, let them do what they want to do. You can learn to ignore them, create a new, much happier life for you, and you can learn not to react. The less reaction they get, the more likely they are to leave you alone. They might try to up their games. As long as you continue not to play, they should eventually leave you alone. Instead of reacting to them, put that time and effort into yourself. With narcissistic work colleagues or family, try to avoid them as much as possible. Don't feed their ego. Respect their manipulation. It's who they are, and leave them to it. When they try to use children, I know myself, this is hideous. The more reactions that they get from you, the worse it gets. So when they don't get the reactions from you, they will do all sorts of things through the children. Yet the faster we learn to focus on us and the children, the sooner the games stop. Let your children know they have a right to their own reality and their own opinions. Do not try to fight fire with fire by telling the children your version. The children just end up caught in the middle with no one to turn to. If the children know they can come to you without the fear of judgment, they will grow a lot stronger and a lot wiser for it, and they will learn the difference for themselves. We are not here to control how our children think. We are here to teach them to think for themselves. Parenting is not easy at the best of times, and I get it wrong plenty of times. It can be even more draining when the other parent is simply counter-parenting everything you do. So also make sure you get rest, look after yourself, get a good support system in place, someone or somewhere you can reach out to not feel alone, and get in those activities, find good, if you're the dad, find good female role models for your children. If you're the mum, find good male role models for the children, so that the children can look at different people and different things and work out for themselves the behaviours they will accept from people as they grow. I know it's a difficult place to be in. If you have children with a narcissist, any advice in the comments, most welcome, as we all need help and support with that. Same as if you're dealing with a co-worker or a boss or a parent that is a narcissist and tries to manipulate and bring you down. Any coping method you have tried that has worked, please add it into the comments, because that might just help 1, 2, 10 other people, who, however many it helps, it's all help. I shall add in the description a video on about arguing with a narcissist, a video on their word salad, a video on how to do no contact the correct way. I hope you all have a lovely day, and try, I know at the moment in life there's an awful lot of uncertainty going off in the world, which causes a lot of fear within people, and it's in uncertain times when we don't know what's happening. There's plenty of conspiracy theories flying around there, and to be honest, you know, we can do they say this, and no one really knows. Possibly the first thing that they said is a conspiracy theory from somewhere. Everything is, unless you've actually got facts and evidence, it's a theory that's come from somewhere. So if it's really pulling on your anxiety, try watching lots of funny films. Try finding things that cheer you up, putting music on. There was that video in Italy that's just been released where they're all on balconies singing. Try to look for those kind of things that lift you back up. If you're someone that likes to get prepared, get prepared. Don't worry about the panic buyers, because you'd be prepared. Try not to panic buy. The shops will fill back up. And if you're someone who is fascinated with all the conspiracy theories, as long as it doesn't bring your emotions down, then there's no harm in looking into them. There's no harm in reading in it, as long as nothing's triggering your anxiety. Try and look for the positive outcome. Try and pick up that phone to speak to friends and family that you are in touch with more often. If you have money, try and invest in the stock markets pretty soon, because they will pick back up. Anyway, I've babbled on about conspiracy theories and what's going on in the world right now, which wasn't what this video is about. So Try and have a relaxing, peaceful day. Try and keep on top of your emotions. I shall add the video in the description on emotions, actually, and how to try and keep a hold of those. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.